this music.
Oh yeah, I do too. It sounds real familiar.
I wonder who wrote this song.
I can help you with that.
My name is Leo Hall, and we are the Texas Blues Machine. Well, the name of the band is Leo Hall and the Texas Blues Machine, and we formed this band in late 1999, early 2000, and we've been running up and down the road ever since. You know, down in Texas, that summer's hot. I gotta leave early, gotta get a slot. Fire up my old Harley, I'm gonna cruise down to the roadhouse this afternoon. I'm gonna be there with my friends, party till the daylight ends, tell stories, swear the truth, watch all the chicks and the choppers come through, come through. We primarily play Texas roadhouse blues. That's blues with a little jump to it. Running a band is just like basically any other business. Now some are long, tall, some are short and lean. It has to be run like a business if it's going to be effective. And that means you have to book, you have to promote, you have to do advertising, you have to be a booking agent, a manager, a holder of all things that pertain to a band, and deal with individual situations and deal with things that you really don't want to deal with. Swear the truth, watch all the chicks and the choppers come through. If you're a working band, that's just what's going to happen. Come through. How, how. Come on in. This is where it all happens. As you come in the front door, the first person you're going to see is Lisa Marie.
Hi.
This is where we do our booking, all of our communication with our clients, book all the shows, the venues, and take all the calls. Over here is our general conference area. When we have clients come in, this is where we normally sit down and go over all of the things that we like to go over, make all the final details. There's an old custom PA system. I refuse to get rid of it. It's a relic. Had that for many, many years. That thing dates back into the 60s when everything was rolled and pleated. One of the rewards of being in a band that works, a working band, and rather than a pickup band, and there's a big difference. A working band, everybody knows what everybody else is going to do. It doesn't matter what song we're doing, we know where we're going. If you got something on your mind, you better tell it straight. And if somebody does you wrong, don't wait till it's too late. You see, time is but a player in the things about which we shout, and my failures are a result of the things we shout about. Life ain't easy living in this constant turmoil world, and now they're telling me love ain't necessarily between a boy and a girl. I'm confused. my side, this is our bus that we travel up and down the road in. Let's go out and take a little short tour of it. This is the inside of our tour bus. This is where I sit and run us up and down the road. This is our galley, where if we need to cook, we cook, but I try my dead level best to make sure that no one cooks. Our freezer ice box that is full of libations and nourishment from time to time. Our shower that we have here, this is where we put our drums because it has a lock on it and they don't rattle around. Here we have sleeping quarters for 2 people, and we put all of our guitars and amplifiers and everything here. If it don't fit on the bus, it don't get a go, including band members. Sometimes we have a navigator who sits over here and gets us lost. But other than that, we have a good time. You know, a man came home late again last night. Angry words were exchanged between a husband and a wife. Most of the time we're playing so much we really don't have time for rehearsals, but if we've been off for a week or so, we'll do a rehearsal. We'll sit down, work on beginnings and endings of songs, and just kind of refresh ourselves with the music. Telling me about all my sins and preaching about the day of doom. Well, God, and I came to an understanding many years ago. And when I leave this life, I know exactly where I'm gonna go. But right now, it ain't easy living in this constant turmoil world. And now they're telling me love ain't necessarily between a boy and a girl. I'm confused. I'm messed up. I need some help. Help me, Mama. Ooh, Lord have mercy. In a working band, you basically never play the same song the same way twice. So you have to be very flexible. One night you may play it one way at a certain tempo, and the next night you may be a little jazzed up and want to play it a little bit faster or slower or whatever the case may be. So the band has to adjust to whatever I'm thinking or whatever I'm doing, and the guys they're all professionals and they're able to do that without any trouble. I'm gonna do a little John Lee Hooker style of blues now. Ooh, Lord, looky here now. Talk to me, Mama. Here, this is where we do all of our rehearsals, all of our standard equipment here. This never leaves our building here. The drums, the PA system, the amplifiers, they're all set up and ready to go. So when the guys come in, all we have to do is plug in and we're ready to go. Well, if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. A dollar costs a quarter, and a quarter costs a dime. My pockets would be empty most of the time I've been down. Baby, I've been out. I have a philosophy that anyone can play someone else's music. So many bands today, that's what they do, is they're cover bands and they play someone else's music. To create your own sound and your own music takes a great deal of work and initiative and direction. See, the blues were born down in Mississippi, up in Chicago too. You know, even down on Beale Street, anywhere them boys down there pay their dues. It was the birth of the blues. I think we're influenced by a lot of different people and a lot of different venues. I mean, I love country music, I love rock, I even love metal music, you know. I do all of the songwriting so far. I have some help with the music and the arrangements and those types of things with the guys in the band, but all of the songwriting so far, I've done all of that. Seeing things happen in the world and in your life and in other people's lives, it gives you a perspective that if you can put that perspective into music and then make the music work with the story, that's the creation of a song, and that's what we do.
The birth of the blues. And that old Stevie Ray, man, in the early morning fog. Old Stevie paid all his dues. It was the birth of the blues. It was the birth of the blues.
Or sometimes you just hear people talking and you'll think, that's funny, I'm gonna write that down.
All right.
And you may not come back to it for 6 months or a year, or maybe never. Huh? But there'll be a point in time that you'll be playing music or just sitting down, creating and rehearsing, and you remember that and you start to write a song around that. And that's what this is for. This is my handy-dandy, old-fashioned, old-time tape recorder. When I'm sitting down creating, I just turn that on and go with it.
Some things never go out of style. Sometimes you got it.
Old-fashioned tape recorders never go out of style.
All right, so if I were to throw a phrase at you, do you think you could come up with inspiration for a song?
Now you're putting me on the spot. Let's see. Yeah, we can try it, but we got to do it together.
Oh boy, now you put me on the spot.
Got to do it together.
What if I say, give me a day to change my mind, change your mind. Give me a day to change your mind.
Okay. From a blues standpoint, you might want to rephrase it and say, give me a little time to change your mind. Now that's kind of a hook in a song. So what you need to be able to do is to create a short story going up to that hook. So what's the story going to be?
Well, you know, it's a blues song, so somebody done left me.
I know, that's right. So let's do it Jimmy Reed style. Let's say, my baby left me early one morning a week or so ago. My baby left me early one morning sometime about a week ago. I thought everything were going fine. And she said, Leo, I need a little time to change my mind. What makes blues so good is everybody thinks they can play the blues.
Now I'm beginning to think things ain't going right. When you come dragging in, honey, a little after midnight.
It takes an extremely disciplined person to play the blues.
I got home just before you. So when you wake up in the morning, brush your hair, put on your shoes, look in the mirror, baby, tell me who's got the blues.
My bassist is Kelly Kincaid.
A little bit over a year ago, I got involved with Leo.
He comes from a background of rock and roll.
Their bass player was leaving, and they were looking for a bass player.
He's evolved into the blues.
Next thing I know, I was given a disc with 6 sets on a Monday, and
He's a very strong asset to the band.
played my first gig on that following Friday.
up in the morning, brush your hair, put on your shoes, look in the mirror, honey, tell me who's got the blues.
My drummer is Mr. Todd Kennedy.
Just moved recently from Virginia Beach, Virginia, here to Texas.
A couple of years ago, I was looking for a drummer, and I went to a blues jam.
And I got up and I started playing for a little while and didn't realize that Leo there was sitting across with his hat on.
I asked the guy hosting the jam, I said, you know, who's the young man on the drums?
And after I got done playing, he walked up to me.
I introduced myself.
And he said, what do you do for a living?
And we got to chatting.
Just about anything I can these days. And I explained to him that I just moved to Texas. La-da-da-da-da. And he said, well, I want you to show up for an audition. I want you to be my drummer.
The first thing you know, Todd's playing with us full time.
So you're sorry, and you want to make it right. But I'm tired of messing around with you, honey. I'm going to slide on out on the town tonight.
I've been playing for approximately 15 years. I have known Leo for a long time, and whenever he needs somebody, he's a longtime friend, and I'm happy as a clam to help him out.
But when you wake up in the morning, brush your hair, put on your shoes, look in the mirror, honey, tell me who's got the blues.
I think to be successful in any business, if you're going to create the business, you have to be the weak link in the chain. You always surround yourself with people who are far better than you are. As long as you do that, if you are the weak link in the chain, then it's going to be a strong, strong chain. And that's what I've tried to do. I always surround myself with people who are far better at what they do than I could ever be.
Are you playing the air guitar?
I am wailing on the air guitar.
Yes, you are.
I am.
I have always just had this secret fantasy to be in a band.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
I can help you with that.
Oh, yeah.
I said, hey, baby, by the way you shake that thing, look to me like you are a blues dancing queen.
What I'm going to do, Cindy, is teach you a real basic blues beat for blues guitar.
Okay. I don't think I'll ever sound like you, Leo. That doesn't sound basic to me.
Now, the basic beat for that is just...
I think I can do that.
I bet you can, too. Let's try it.
Okay, fingers
right.
in the right place.
That looks good.
Okay. That
Go
doesn't
ahead,
sound
go
so
ahead.
good.
There you go.
Awesome.
That's a basic blues guitar beat.
I'm in a band.
That's it.
Todd, I am not a drummer, but I have always wanted to be one.
Well, neither am I, but I play one on stage.
You and I have something in common.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so do you think you can show me a little something?
I can try.
All right, let's...
I can try, and you can do it. I got confidence, and you can do it.
Okay, I'm watching.
Okay, you watch.
Okay.
You can feel it now.
I am so worried because I'm trying to play the air drums and I'm not doing anything that you're doing except those fours on that hi-hat.
Well, that's a start because that's going to be your whole time and thing to do it.
All
so
right.
Let's see what you got.
Okay,
let's see what you got.
Let me see. All right.
You can do it.
My first lesson was not to try to do this in high heels, right?
Yes, exactly. No high heels. Well, I've never played them with high heels.
You don't want people to know that, though, right?
I've never. Well, not out live anyway.
All right, so I'm fours.
Oh, you gotta put the foot over
I gotta
here.
put my foot on it because I was doing something weird.
There we go. Kick.
I did something.
There you go.
Can we stop now?
No, we gotta keep going. You gotta finish it
I gotta-
up.
at least gotta- I
You
gotta
gotta give
okay.
it some beat. Hit that one on the 4.
All right. I can only do.
You can't
we did-
get
okay,
the foot.
one more time.
Okay, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just got to keep this one going.
Keep it going. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. There's only 4.
There's only 4.
And
you know
yeah.
what? There are some things that only professionals should do.
Some guys play with picks, but the real guys play with fingers.
Okay. All righty.
Okay. All right, so plant your thumb here. Mm-hmm. Okay, and pluck this string. Pluck it 8 times. Now go to that one. Okay, now go back to this one. And now go to this one 4 times. This one 4 times. And this one 4 times. And that's what they call a 12-12 blues pattern.
All right. I'm ready.
There's a party going down, y'all. Come bring all your friends. We're gonna party tonight away. Oh, here we go again. Well, it's a long way from Memphis to New Orleans.
About 2 months ago, we were coming in from being out on the road.
Lord, it's a rough old road. New Orleans to St. Louis.
And we were getting into Dallas, and it was getting to be 4:30 in the morning.
You know I'd ride a freight train. New York City, honey, just to play the blues.
And all of a sudden, the lights on the bus started dimming, and the further we went, the dimmer they got.
You know I played all those dives and honky-tonks. Lord, you know I played all those dives and honky-tonks. Played blues for money, and sometimes just for fun.
Finally, it got to where we couldn't see it all, so we finally pulled off and pulled into a truck stop, and come to find out our generator had gone out and it had pulled all the batteries down, so we were stuck there for about 4 or 5 hours. And this little deal right here tells us where we're going to run up and down the road or not, because if this doesn't say 12 to 12 and a half volts, you're not going anywhere.
Over on Northwest Highway in Dallas, Texas, and on Harry Hines. Over on I-20 in Grand Prairie, Division Street, and all those joints in between.
We were playing a gig. Leo goes, hey, you know, your bass is sounding kind of thin. And I'm real particular about my bass tone, you know. And so I'm over there and I'm adjusting all these knobs, trying to get it, you know, get it to sound better and stuff. And we're going through the first set, and I'm over amping the amp in places and stuff. And I'm going, what's wrong with this, you know? And then I come to find out that Leo was, he was kidding. It was a joke. And so now it's a running joke, you know. It's you know, hey, you sound a little thin there, you know. So.
Well, I would not change a single thing in my life I have done. 'Cause it's good being on the road, man. Working hard at being number one.
There's a lot of history involved in being a blues man, and I think the main thing that a lot of people don't realize is that you have to know where you came from to know where you're headed. And more so in the blues is the foundation of all modern music. So if you don't know the history, you really don't have a future.
It gives me expression. Leo actually told me, Leo said, play it the way you feel. I'd say the best advice that I've gotten in a long time, because a lot of people will tell you, I want this, I want that, I want you to do this. That was it, and evidently I feel pretty good, so.
Well, I played the blues of Dallas, oh Lord, down in Austin too. You know, when late at night out on I-35, I can still hear old Stevie singing the blues. Well, I would not change a single thing in my life I have done. 'Cause it's good being on the road, man. Working hard at being number one.
Well, this sure has been fun.
It has. We just want to thank Branson Sports Bar in Carrollton.
And Leo Ho.
And the Texas Blues Machine.
Well, and that's it for another edition of Irving Living.
See you next time.
Oh, I said it's good being on the road, man. Working hard at being number one. Thank you all and good night.
Well, I'm a king, baby, buzzing around your hive. Well, I can make honey, baby. Ooh, Lord, let me step inside.
Yeah, that's Roadhouse.
Now, that's one style of roadhouse, but another style would be. Well, I'm a king, baby, buzzing around your hive. Well, I'm a king, baby,
That's the difference.
buzzing around your hive. Well, I can make honey, baby. Let me step inside.
Thanks a lot to Dwayne and all the guys here at Branson's also for putting up with us for a couple hours tonight. We appreciate you guys all so much. Okay, they're going to turn the cameras on the next set.